morning. Part 4 of my health anxiety story. So the doctors had prescribed me sertraline and told me it was postnatal depression that I was experiencing, when in fact it was anxiety attacks brought on by health anxiety. I was petrified to take these sertraline tablets. I was googling side effects, which were horrendous. They were horrendous. The side effects that people was putting on, like, Reddit, whatever it's called, were horrendous, and I was petrified to take them. But in the end, my anxiety attacks and health anxiety was too much for me to cope with, so I had no choice. I was prescribed 50 milligrams of sertraline to start off with, and they do say to you they'll make you worse before you get better, which I think's an absolute joke, because we're worse as it is. Taking sertraline, we are at desperation, aren't we, to feel better, because we don't want to feel any worse. But then taking these tablets make you feel worse than what you feel. Crazy. I decided to cut my 50 milligram tablet into 4, and I started taking like the tiniest bit, a quarter, and then I upped my dose every 2 to 3 weeks. So it did take me a while to get to my full dose, but that's what worked for me. My side effects were minimal. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't an easy ride because my anxiety attacks were still horrendous. It got to the point where I was scared to be left alone with the children because my intrusive thoughts were so bad. But nobody really understood because, like I said, on the outside we look completely normal, don't we? It was horrendous. I didn't want to be left at home alone because I was just so scared of being on my own because my intrusive thoughts were that bad. My life didn't feel real. My children didn't feel like my children. It was like I was living in a completely different world to everybody else. I was so alone and so scared. I don't think anybody that hasn't been through it would ever understand how scary and how lonely it makes you feel. But after a few weeks of sertraline, it did take like 2 to 3 months for me to completely stop having anxiety attacks and physical anxiety symptoms. But I got better. My anxiety attacks, like, I've not had an anxiety attack now for a long time, but my health anxiety is still present. I don't think I will ever get over health anxiety. But yeah, I will continue my next part tomorrow, which is more about health anxiety because that's what my life is now. Health anxiety. Booking. Right.